Ele é um recordista e campeão mundial em corridas longas. Está com 42 anos. Eu vou conversar com Paul Tergat. So, I heard you are 42 years old?
Yes.
You don't look 42 years. I think you're lying.
No.
You're 18, 19, more or less.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah. Paul, let me ask you, when did you start running?
I started in running in 1991 when I finished my high school those days.
After high school?
After high school, yes.
And during high school, didn't you run after the girls?
Unfortunately, when I was growing up, I grew up in a very hard condition. I grew up in a rural part of Kenya, very hot place.
I know that, yeah. And I think you are one of the few runners the Brazilian public can recognize. How do you feel about it?
I feel extremely honored to be known here in Brazil. I've had the opportunity to travel across the world, so many continents, but I found myself here in Brazil. It's a wonderful feeling.
You feel at home here?
I feel at home here.
By any chance, do you know some words in Portuguese? Did you learn a few words or not?
Oh, unfortunately, I can say very few.
Very few words.
Very few words.
Bad words, no. Of course, I know how it is. Did they teach you some word that wasn't exactly the right meaning? Just to make you say some stupid things?
Unfortunately, anytime that when I'm here, I come to compete.
Yeah, I know.
I always meet with the good guys around, so I don't meet with the bad guys.
Only guys?
Yeah, only guys.
And what about the Brazilian runners? Do you have any kind of friendship with them?
Yes, they are very good.
Do you connect with them?
I connect very well. They are very good friends. These are people that we compete competitively across the world. And when I came to know their place, their home, it is such a fantastic home, especially when I came to here in Brazil.
I see.
Yeah.
And well, I asked you when you start running. You said after high school. How old were you, more or less?
I was 19 years.
19.
Yes.
And you're still running at 42 and still winning at 42.
At 42 now, I'm slowing down now.
Yeah. Well, slowing down in the running or in the times in the competitions, in the kind of competition.
I'm slowing down in the timings of in the times, not like running 2 hours and 4 minutes for a marathon.
Okay.
Yes.
Every day, do you have to run a little at least?
At least nowadays, I try maybe three times a week.
3 times a week.
Yes.
But when you compete, when you get into a hard competition, you have to run every day, right? The exercise is not something so easy to do, right?
I want to tell you that it is very hard because being a professional athlete is very demanding.
Right.
You have to make sure that you eat well, you sleep well, you are away from the family sometimes, competing internationally, represent the country, my country, Kenya, carrying the flag. It is very difficult sometimes and most of the time I'm away from the family for a very long time.
Sometimes you wake up in a place, and when you just woke up, you don't know where you are, right?
That is
Where am I today?
That is it. Sometimes when I wake up, I say, wow, my God, I'm in Brazil. It's like I'm sleeping. It's like I'm waking up like I'm in Kenya. But waking up and I'm looking, when I look up the wall, say no, this is not my place.
Yeah. Where's the bathroom? No, it's here. No,
yes,
it's here. Where's the light?
Right. The light, yes.
Everything's different.
It's different.
And what keep you? You are very successful in your. You've been very successful in your career. What keeps you motivated? So motivated.
I'm being motivated by the way I was brought up. I was brought up as a big family. I was a family of 17 children. 17?
Yes. That's a football team, soccer team. I don't know how you call it in Kenya. It's football or soccer?
No, we didn't have even TV, so we were many. So we didn't have a TV.
No TV. So what I'm going to do tonight... Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Eu vou mostrar tape, vamos mostrar em vídeo o Paul em ação. Vamos ver?
Um alongamento e um comprimento, uma corridinha e um autógrafo. Aquecimento para ele tem mais de calor humano que de exercício. E o queniano Tergat vai mostrar por que é tratado como ídolo em São Paulo. Quer ver? 3, 2, 1, já! Começa a São Silvestre do ano 2000! Tergat, sob chuva fraca, ele ultrapassa Tola na subida final. Aparece na Avenida Paulista como líder. Sorri, vibra e vence. Tergat do Quênia! Histórica vitória do queniano na São Silvestre!
Largada e Tergat não está no meio da multidão. De vermelho, o queniano logo aparece lá na frente. O duelo com o compatriota Sami Korir é disputado passada a passada. Só que Tergat é mais rápido e bate a melhor marca mundial com um tempo de 2 horas, 4 minutos e 55 segundos. Festa para o simpático Tergat, que abre o bom e velho sorriso, tão conhecido da torcida brasileira.
Fantastic. The first black man to astonish Berlin was in the Olympics of 36 when Jesse Owens won the 100 meters.
Yes.
You run another kind of race, right? The long. Did you tried the 100 meters also? No.
No.
It's a specialty, right? Your specialty. Each runner runs in a kind of race. Right?
Yes, usually that's a specialty, especially where I come from. I come from a very hilly place, a very rocky place, very hot place. That's why most of the time. And I used to walk to school for a very long time, for long distance to go to school.
So that was the first training was.
Yes. Going very fast.
Learning, yeah. Yes. Going and coming back from school. What is harder, going to school or coming out of school to go home?
Going to school in the morning.
It's harder.
It's harder.
Of course.
Yes, because I have to wake up very early in the morning, 5 in the morning to be in school by 8 o'clock.
Wow, that's really a hard thing to do. How do you plan? You plan each race in a way, or you have the same system all the time? I mean, I start slow, then I go a little faster, and then I keep my energy to the end. How do you plan that?
You see, what happens is that any time that we're in a competition, you are competing against so many people. The competitors that you are competing together, there are so many, and they are so good, all of them. And you want to, there has to be only one winner. So what do? So you look for anything that can able to show you that this athlete or maybe these athletes are tired, so that you can hammer it and you go for the main thing.
For the killing.
For the killing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw that the second runner there was also from Kenya.
Yes.
And Kenya has a lot of fantastic runners. So you have to make a very sharp calculation, right? To know at what time you go for it.
Absolutely. It's like here in Brazil, where you have a lot of good footballers. So we have a very good long distance runners in Kenya. So anytime that maybe you are coming to the finish line or you're competing, you know exactly because you're training together every now and then. So you make sure that at least the most important thing is that it's not the second, it's not the third, it's number one. It's the most important.
Fantastic. And when you're running, is there a moment when you think, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, and then you do it anyway?
I've surprised myself in many ways. Sometimes maybe I'm in Paris, maybe for maybe international road race or something like that. Very cold. I take a lot of water, and then suddenly I take a lot of water, and it was too cold. So now I had to go outside there to pee, and then to come back. I lose the race. And this is the time that I say, I should not have done that. I could have done this.
But then it was done.
The race is finished.
Let me show. Eu quero mostrar um vídeo muito interessante do treino do Paul. Your training. Vamos lá.
Por que os humanos gostam tanto de correr? Esse pequeno grupo de maratonistas busca uma resposta para essa pergunta. E de um jeito bem inusitado. Caçando um antílope. Esse animal aí. Isso mesmo, caçando. Mas não com armas de fogo, e sim com as pernas. Eles vão correr atrás do bicho até que ele tombe de cansaço. O queniano Andrew Musuva conhece bem essa situação. 20 anos atrás, na África, ele chegou a caçar um animal semelhante, com essa técnica de resistência, e levou comida para casa.
Isso me tomou umas 2 horas. Corri sem parar, até que o bicho não aguentou mais e pude atingi-lo com uma pedra. No final, não existia mais nada em mim. Estava morto.
Wow. Did you outrun an antelope in your life? Have you ever outrun one? The poor animal. I can't take it anymore. You win. You win.
I've killed many of them.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Well, that's a fantastic way to hunt, outrunning your victim. Eu conversei aqui com Paul Tergat, uma figura também gostei. Paul, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
E daqui a pouco a gente volta. Bravo.